So first off, thank you very much for the time. Appreciate everything today. I'm just going to start off by asking if I could get your name and how you spell it.
Okay, my name's Michael McDaniel, Michael, McDaniel.
And I was actually just wondering more of your history and how you got involved with Aerojet.
Okay, so I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama with my dad, worked for NASA at Marshall Space Flight Center. So growing up, I was always around the space program and the Apollo program, seeing the successes of it. And of course, that was just my passion. So when I went to school and graduated, my first job was in nuclear industry. And then about 2 years after that, I went to Kennedy Space Center and started working at Kennedy Space Center during the shuttle program as a materials engineering.
Okay. So you worked on the shuttle. You say materials engineer. What did that entail?
Well, in my field of it, it was non-destructive testing. So that's a way of testing the materials without destroying them. And so that was what we did on the shuttle program. But I also supported the Titan, the Atlas, and the Delta, and Kennedy Space Center completely. But that's what that job was.
All right. Well, since you were involved in shuttle, you're obviously very well familiar with the RS-25.
Yes.
What does it mean to you that they're now back in action on SLS?
Yeah, I think it was a great, if you look at this engine, was Heritage Space Shuttle design back during the shuttle program was 470,000 pounds of thrust. Now during the SLS, we've added about 40,000 pounds of thrust to each engine. So we've upped the strength and the thrust of it for the huge SLS rocket that's going to be launching. And so it is cool because 135 shuttle missions, reliable, 100% reliability, quality. We'll make sure that when we put astronauts on the SLS, we give them the best ride and the safest ride. So using the engines that has that reliability and that quality and that safety heritage is absolutely the right choice for a new rocket system with SLS and the Artemis program.
And speaking to the heritage, I mean, we know that former shuttle engines have actually flown on Artemis 1. What do you think of that?
Oh, that was cool. It's I get asked that a lot, and it's about the shuttle engines are reusable engines, right? But on the Artemis program and SLS, they're going to go into so far into space, over 100 miles up into space, 300 miles downrange, and so that's really essentially the last mission for those engines. And so when I look at it, this is my perspective, not anyone, but I'm not speaking for anybody, but for myself. I think it's kind of cool. These engines were built to take humans into space. They were the most reliable engines to be launching humans into space. It just makes a lot of sense that they essentially, in their career, launching humans, the next generation of deep space exploration, going back to the moon, and then going on to Mars. And that's exactly what I would think that an engine would really want to do.
Appreciate that. And really the last thing I have is, obviously you're building new ones now.
Yes.
When do you expect to start delivering the new ones to KSC?
Okay, so good question, because we are going to be testing the first new production engine. All those are heritage engines for Artemis 1, 2, 3, and 4. Artemis 5 is going to start the new production engine. We're finishing building that this month. We're going to be testing that engine at Stennis next month. And then we will be doing engine 2, engine 3, engine 4 for Artemis 5. And then we'll be able to deliver those engines when Kennedy says, I don't have a date right now, but when they say that they're ready for those engines, we will now deliver the engines to Kennedy Space Center, where we'll install them into the Artemis 5 core stage.
Perfect. Well, Mr. I am terrible with names.
McDaniel.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, no, absolutely. My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you for your coming
Yes,
and
sir.
taking time.